Hey guys, it's Andre here, and today we're going to be doing some more competitive programming. I want to sprinkle and mix in some lead code because those are very good for job interviews, and then sometimes we'll do HackerRank because those are just fun math problems. Our first problem is the classic two-sum. So you have a list of values and a target value, and there's a unique solution of any two values that add up. So in this case, we have our list with the numbers 2, 7, 11, 15. The target of 9, and we want to return the indices of the two values, so 2 and 7, that add up to 9. And they're telling us there's exactly one solution, it's unique, and we want to return that. So we're going to have a, so let's add our import. So include vector. I'm going to be using a map to basically store the complement at the index that it should be. So include and then just std. So our vector of integer vec. We don't actually need one. So I'm going to say unordered map of int map. Now we could do a double for loop and check every value. Let's say our 7 is at the end. We could check like 2 plus 11, 2 plus 15, 2 plus 7. Does that add up to 9? Yeah. And then return that. But you know, maybe 2 is here and 7 is here, and we check a lot of iterations. That's n squared. They're asking us to do something better than n squared. So I think we can actually just do it in a single for loop. And I'll show you how. So from I equals 0, well, I is less than nums size. I. We're going to loop through. And for every value, we're going to compute the complement. So it's going to be our target minus nums I. And we're going to check in our map. If our complement exists, our complement is going to be the key. The index is going to be the value. If that exists, we're going to return that in our current index. So if map.find complement is not equal to map.end, then return. So it's going to be a vector, and it's going to be map complement. So we're going to grab the value from the key and I. Otherwise, if it doesn't exist, right, the first time we come through 2, our complement is 7. Does that exist? No. Then we need to store our 2's at index 0. So we're going to say map nums I is equal, so this is going to be our value, I0, nums is our array, so it's going to be the first element, so 2. That is going to be at our index, which is 0. So then the second iteration, we come to the 7, our complement is 2, that exists, yeah, so we return the value from our key 2, which is going to be 0, the index at which the value is at, in our current index. So then we run this. And we misspell this. And then what? Okay, and then we need to return I guess if our nums is empty, we return an empty list. And then as we can see, it works. Let's submit this. And yeah, got a decent answer. Now let's move on to the next problem. Group anagrams. And as always, I'll add the links to the problem. So let's just add a vector. I think for now it's all we need. Given an array of strings str, the group. So we have an array of strings and we want to group all the anagrams together. So anagrams have the same letters. So for instance, eat and tea, even though they're in the same order, the letters themselves are the same. So we want to return those together, and I guess also 8. And then nat, tan, and bat. Okay. So we're going to go for string str. So we're going to loop over all our strings. We're going to say string or original. We'll just say orig equals to our current string. An easy way to check if something is an anagram is to sort them. So we can sort our original string, sort, and then we can see, okay, we're going to sort them so that we get the anagram basically. And then we're going to check if that exists in our map. Is going to basically our unordered map. Is going to have a string and the index at which it should be. So if our map has this string, we just add it. So map we need a vector of string for answer. So if our map has a string and an index, we're just gonna basically take, let's say eat is at index 2. We're gonna take our second array in here, our second vector, and push it back. Then we're gonna say answer here map.str. So the key is gonna give us the value of the index dot push back, and we're gonna push back original. Now, if it's not found, then we need to store that. Then map str is going to equal to I plus plus. And we'll say integer I. And then we need to say answer the push back the string. So we're going to add a new vector with our string here. And then, of course, we need to return our answer. Okay, and then, okay, so the issue is, there should be an else statement here, because we don't want to do this every time. So then we run it, and now we should only be doing either we find it or we add it, and we submit. And yeah, I think that was it for these problems. There's some slightly better solutions, but they're a lot more complicated. I think these are nice and simple solutions, so stay tuned for more.